guys, it's Molly Mayhem, and it's an artist exclusive with Fear the Sparrow. In the station tonight, we have Ben Hardy.
Hey.
We have Johnny Friedman, and we have Logan Van Frank.
Hello, everybody.
It's great to have you guys in tonight.
Thank you.
So I know you guys are fairly new. You were formed mid-2018, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, pretty much. As a band, yes, but I've kind of been working on solo stuff.
It's more like a metamorphosis. We're ever changing.
What brought you guys together to do this project?
Well, basically, long story short, my former bandmates from Starliner, we wanted to record a couple of songs, and so we did that, and I wanted to proceed with that, and I found these guys, made a new band based on those two songs, and it's where we are today.
So in addition to your band gigs, what do you guys do for like your daily lives?
I do the typical 9-to-5 thing. I'm a network engineer for a bank. I love my job. No criticism there. I love my job, but this is what I really do.
I've got a 7:30 to 4 job. I'm a marketing and sales representative for a company here in Arlington. That's what I do during the day. Music by night.
And I am attending Moretech trade school, studying electricity by day, and I'm a Lyft driver by night.
Is it easy for you guys to balance your personal lives and the band?
It is for me, yeah. My wife's real cool about it. My stepson's 16, so he's kind of doing the independent thing, so
it's pretty easy for me too. My whole family is very musically inclined, and since we practice at my house all the time anyway, I don't have to go anywhere, so I'm still at home, and the family gets their fair share of me too.
So where did this band name Fear the Sparrow actually come from?
It's based off of this lone tattoo that I have on my left arm. It's basically a sparrow that's riding solo. So it's supposed to be a sleeve. Something I did in my early 20s.
Do you guys have any merch or anything for this upcoming show?
Well, we got stickers and buttons. We're going to pass those out for free January 19th. We also have our 3 singles that we have out right now. We have download cards, so we'll be handing those out at the show. Those are free as well. We got some t-shirt designs that we're kind of going through to find out which is the best one, looking for pricing and all that other stuff. A lot of options out there these days. I wouldn't like that when back in the early 2000s.
You are right about that. In addition to this upcoming debut, what else do you guys have going on? Are you guys working on some new songs? You got some stuff being recorded? What's up?
Constantly working on new songs. Yeah, we got 3 writers here, so it's kind of fun to not do it by myself anymore. So these guys, we always bounce ideas off. So yeah, we got probably like 10 ideas that we're working on like right now. And then we plan on going back to record 2 new singles this year with our good buddy David Cowell, who is a producer and engineer here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Since all of you guys help write the songs, is there any particular influences that you guys have?
It's kind of a big mixed bag with everybody. I kind of migrate towards the older underground stuff like Mineral, Chrissy Front Drive, Jimmy Eat World, old Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, you definitely sound like Jimmy Eat World. I got to give you that one.
Yeah, old Weezer.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I'm just kind of influenced by whatever sounds good. So
whatever catches your attention.
Yeah, whatever pricks my ear is it just kind of stays there until something good comes out of it, I guess.
You guys have like any really interesting writing sessions, and then you just like sit down and you write?
No, for me it's just whatever riff that I can come up with, and then I obviously have to have a subject or put words to, and those come randomly. It just depends on what's going on, like in the world or with me or whatever.
Yeah, I found as I got older, I realized that I don't have to have the late nights at Waffle House to sit down and write 5 songs. It just they just come whenever and wherever. So I'm sitting away hammering at my keyboard, and out pops a song.
So when you guys are writing songs, do you go through like stages where one of you is really collaborative and the other one of you kind of drives the songwriting, and you're like, hey, no, tweak this or take this out?
That'll probably happen in the future, but we're still so new that basically we've just been working on the ideas that I have, kind of built up over the last couple of years. Johnny has we're currently working on one of Johnny's songs that, and it's kind of that way. You kind of wrote it out and, we're going to go back and edit it and trim it and rearrange some of the things. So
somebody lays a foundation, and then we just kind of
we just kind of build at it. We lay down a demo, find out what we like or don't like about it. We'll change it.
So you guys keep that in-house and you don't really bother the producer or the engineer with it too much?
Well, no. The cool thing is that since we practice at Johnny's house, he has a studio in his garage. So we have the capabilities to record every practice, every idea that we have. So we're constantly recording.
It helps you keep notes and keep track of things that are going on, too.
Because you forget a lot.
Yeah, and you hear how really bad you screw up in practice, too.
Okay, so if Ben, you're the one that does the majority of the singing, what do you do to help take care of your vocal?
It's funny. Can you tell I have a sinus infection right now?
Actually, no, not really, no.
Well, I mean, you got to eat the right things. You got to drink the right things. You got to practice. Lots of push-ups or lack thereof.
You need the cardio, right?
I don't do the cardio. No, I've been doing a lot of breathing exercises and stuff. That's helped a lot. But basically, it's just their diet. Take care of your voice. Don't abuse it. Don't scream and yell.
Is there any tricks to help you control your voice when you're singing them?
Tricks?
Yeah.
David Cowell. No. I will say in the studio, though, like David finds a way to get more out of me. Like, recording vocals and stuff, like things that I didn't think that I could ever do. On stage, it's basic. Just stay in key. That's all you got to do.
Let's check out Panic. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
It's an old song back from 2004. It's come back alive.
Did you run when you found out the world was crashing down? Did you feel the panic? Did you cry when they broke your heart several hundred times? Did you feel the panic? With these people bearing down and all the lights falling on your face so fast, get back in line. It's alright, it's okay, we're gonna make it one day. The panic will leave you, just gotta find the right way. Did you fall when they rode you up as you walked on by? Did you feel the panic? Did you fail when you discovered life was so unfair? Did you feel the panic? With these people bearing down and all the lights falling on your face so fast, get back in line. It's alright, it's okay, we're gonna make it one day. The panic will leave you, just gotta find the right way. When you're gasping for some air, I'll be there. When you're calling out in fear, it's alright, it's okay, you're gonna make it one day. The panic will leave you, just gotta find the right way. It's alright, it's okay, you're gonna make it one day. The panic will leave you, just gotta find the right way. It's all you, you'll come through, I know you'll know what to do. Just show up, I'll grow up, just like you want me to do. It's alright.
You're listening to an artist exclusive with Fear the Sparrow. I'm Molly Mayhem, and that was the track Panic.
Man, that song was awesome.
Because you didn't write it.
Well, one of you is getting back into the Memphis scene. What do you think's going on with the scene right now?
It's changed a lot. Man, I got back, or I was in the scene probably like mid to late 90s when Barristers was the place to hang out and play.
Never even heard of Barristers.
Oh, it's a legend. It's a Memphis Fletch would know.
Yes, Fred Durst. Fred Durst with Limp Bizkit played Barristers before anybody even knew who they were.
And then Lincoln Park played there, and they spelled Lincoln wrong. Went on the flyer.
That's right. Barristers was great. It was one of the best places in Memphis you could go and do drugs in an alleyway and listen to great music, and the cops and everybody left you alone, and even the strippers liked to come there when they got off work, so that was a plus.
Do you remember the homeless guy that had no teeth that could like take the beer bottle tops off with his like gums? Do you remember that guy?
It's actually kind of ringing a bell with me.
I miss that place. Oh my god.
Yeah, Barristers, and that Memphis scene was a whole nother scene back then. Like the when you would play a local show, the crowds were out there. And so now as a new band, and you guys coming onto the scene as a new band, you got to find that as a struggle, right? I mean, you're new as a band, and you're walking out on stage, and it's hard to get people out to shows nowadays. So what do you guys do to kind of keep your morale up? Because in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. When you used to do a gig back then, dude, you'd walk out on stage and people, that's all we did back then was go to live shows. But now everybody's at fucking home watching Black Mirror and interacting with the shit. Are y'all prepared for that? Maybe like your first show out that it's going to be just family and friends kind of deal? Or you know what I'm saying? Like some bands I've seen get disappointed by that shit.
No, I mean, if it is, that's fine. You know, I mean, it's a different time. Like you said, back then, like all you had to do was just pass out a couple of flyers. We were all younger then too, so that's all we had to. There's no technology. There was
it's the groundwork of flyers. Is what y'all's approach on getting your name out there? Are y'all whoring yourselves out on Facebook?
We are. Yeah,
you know,
we're doing a lot of that.
Like Logan's cute over here. Y'all putting him on Facebook to attract the chicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're married, right, Ben? You're married, and Johnny, he's drunk. But Johnny, you're kind of
not really drunk,
right? But
you're acting like it.
Johnny, are you married and all that? Or are you single?
Married and 3 kids.
All right, so Logan is the only one in the band not married.
That's right.
Yeah, look, see, he's gonna get the perks of being in the band.
We're saving him. He's like our last resort. If we got to put his face out there, you know, to get people to attend the show, we'll do that. But
it takes a little time to get people out to the show, but just you don't judge a band on the amount of people there. You know, look, Tool used to play those opening shows with like 5 people, and it was Tool. You know, so it's not the crowd out there. It's just your sound.
Climbing on the walls on the new days.
Yeah.
I mean, are you excited to get back into it after all these years? Are you kind of nervous, or what's going on?
No, I'm not nervous. No, I'm excited. You know, it's this passion or hobby or whatever you want to call it.
Different attitudes? Is there a different attitude you find with the venues?
Yeah, a little bit. More in a positive. I think it's a little bit more organized and structured now. It's
well, wait until you play with like a bill with like 8 other bands, and you're going to really rethink that statement.
Well, that's funny because we're playing with like 20 other bands.
Oh shit! The more bands you play with, just the more pain in the ass. That's
we're going to jump in, and we're like, we're going to do this, and the guy that's doing the show, Taylor Agee, he's great. He's a cool dude, and he knows his stuff, and he's very organized.
Yeah, it's organized chaos, and you're gonna have to jump on stage immediately, and then like as soon as you're done playing, you gotta pack your gear up and get the hell off stage.
That's why we have kids to do that for us.
Oh, that's why you reproduce. That's why. Okay.
But that's also why you have how many tracks total out of this session that y'all went in and did? Where did y'all record this at again?
Panic and Life Without You was recorded
with Dave.
With Dave.
And how many tracks total do you guys have when you'll go out for a live set? So what's your set? 15, 20 minutes? Because y'all aren't doing covers or any of that shit.
No. I think we're going to play like 20 to 25 minutes. We got about 5 or 6 songs.
Right on. Are you doing the lemon juice thing? Like, is that what he's up to, Logan? Drinking lemon juice before he goes on stage? Because sometimes you got to drink that lemon juice, right, Ben, for the voice? Or your chords holding up good?
They're holding up pretty good. I'm a big water drinker, but no, lemon juice. If this thing doesn't go away, the sinus infection, I'll be doing.
Well, Johnny, what kind of drinker? What are you drinking tonight? What kind of drinker are you?
I'm pretty much water.
Oh, okay. No Jameson and water. All right.
The funny thing is, like, Johnny's the most straight edge dude.
Well, we're just trying to keep up with Johnny over here. I'm worried about what he's up to.
I'm trying to make an excuse for his corny jokes.
He's making me nervous. Big guy. I'm a little fella. He kicked my ass. Be careful.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I know you guys are starting off at the High Tone. Are you planning on branching out to any other venues in Memphis, or have you shopped any?
Yeah, I like to play growlers. Maybe like the smaller Minglewood, was it 1884?
1884, yeah.
Yeah, I like to do all those.
That's right across the street from where we are.
Dude, what's that other place that we're talking about? It's very quaint.
Is that skate park that they're opening up? Or are they going to have?
Oh, we were talking about that earlier.
I used to play the skate park in Memphis all the time. That was
Yeah.
that was my all-time favorite place
Yeah,
to
we were
play.
talking about that earlier. Fletch and I were talking about because he didn't know, and I told him, I was like, yeah, they opened up a skate park. I was like, I remember days of like going to Spome and hanging out and watching bands. Like I've seen some bands that I never would see anywhere else at the skate park, and I was like, dude, we need to get bands in there.
Yeah,
we need
did.
to go watch that because they're doing a DJ set like this weekend. I was like, lame. Like, yeah, DJs suck.
Let's get some real music.
We don't need DJs. We like bands, personally, but what do I know?
If they get that up and running, I'm all
Oh, it's
over
up and
that.
running. It's just they're just doing like DJs and doing like actual skating and stuff. I think they have like coffee and stuff too.
What's the strategy? Should you choose one bar and just play the shit out of it? Because then you're always used to that one bar. I mean, I've had different bands tell me they have different strategies. Some are like, play as many venues around town. Others are like, no, take up residency at, Newbies, or take out when Newbies was around, or take up residency at, 1884 if they're consistent. Just play a lot of consistent shows. Murphy's is a great place because a lot of the same bands will just play Murphy's, and you become a Murphy's bar band. I don't know what's your strategy in that direction, because y'all are about to get out there and start playing and getting out there with the other boys.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it both ways. Me personally, I kind of just want to just play around. I mean, because you're going to run into different people at different places. I think if you stick with one place, you play to the same people, and we know we're not going to get like hundreds of thousands of people following us and coming to our shows, but I mean, if we get like 4 or 5, we're good. 4 or 5 new ones every time we play.
Hey, Mom.
Well, you lead me into it because you guys are seasoned. You've been around for a while. Logan, you're the youngest cat in the band, right?
I believe.
What I'm getting at is you guys are been around this music scene long enough, and you're getting back into the whole thing again, and you got the wives and all that. What are you really, truly getting out of all this? I mean, I guess y'all don't want to be fucking famous, or do you? I mean, because some bands are like, we're in it for the money. We're in it to be rich. We're going to do this. We're going to do that.
Yeah, we tried that. I tried that in me. Strictly
for your enjoyment?
Just to be creative. I'm a real creative person. I know these guys are too. We need an outlet, and this is our outlet.
Well, when you say that, because that's the thing, that there's those nights when you start to write a song, or you find yourself outside with an acoustic guitar and you're really getting deep on a song, and it's the most pleasurable moment is when you please yourself as an artist.
Oh, is it?
Not pleasing yourself in that regard, but you know what I'm saying? When you do something and in your head you hear it and you go, that's good. Like, I like that. And then you go like, wow, I created that. And so I guess that's part of the self-rewarding process within it, right?
Absolutely.
Take Molly and I through your writing process a little bit. I know y'all touched on it a little bit earlier, but who does majority of the writing?
Man, it's me on a guitar, whether it's electric or acoustic. I usually do music first, and then I'll incorporate a melody and then build the words on top of that melody. As we're together longer, those steps kind of change. We're starting to collaborate a little bit more now, and it could be an idea, a simple verse or a simple chorus that we'll just build upon. The cool thing about writing is that you can start anywhere and create a song, and that's kind of how we approach it.
Yeah, I keep basically a journal of lyrics that maybe one-liners or phrases or even a half a song or something. And no idea what I want to do with it, but it's just a thought that's in my head, and maybe a year from now something will come from it, and I'll hear a medley or something, and I'll be able to go back and pull it out of my bag and use it, and a song just got birthed.
Okay, so I think this is a critical moment, and maybe we need to take a listen to...
Saw what you did there.
Maybe we need to take a listen to the track Critical from Fear the Sparrow. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, actually, the music was written long time ago, just kind of like Panic, but the words are real new. It's basically looking back on your life or a relationship and realizing that, there were certain bookmarks and then you kind of decide, those are your critical moments of your life could have gone this way or that way. And that's the moment that defined it.
Weakness, you failed me. You know my thoughts before I do. To see through the dialogue, it rips the sound from my ears. I told you I would not be second place, but I kept my peace. The moment reads critical, light from my eyes. 5 minutes is all I need. Fast action, I'll state my piece. These words read critical. Spit it out and drive away. Is it too late? Stand me up to push me down. It's critical. As the body's eyes break away. Is it too late? Nothing from them will ever stay the same. It's critical. Nothing more to say. It's critical, critical. Nothing more. Just gotta get away. I give it all away. If our lives were strong, if we could have moved along, and all that is left is chivalry. Walk away. Is it too late? Stand me up to push me down. It's critical. As the body's eyes break away. Is it too late? Build me up to break me down. I drink it all, but you make the rounds. It's critical. Nothing ever stays the same.
That was Critical, and you're listening to an artist exclusive with Fear the Sparrow. Okay, so we've talked a little bit off air about social media and how that's been a new and exciting tool that we have not previously had.
You know, you can reach more people. It's just incredible how many people you can reach through a post or by adding hashtags to Instagram pictures and all that stuff. So it's kind of overwhelming a little bit. People come to the show and be thinking that we're in wheelchairs and stuff.
Right. It's time to have your dinner at 4:00. Well, what about the other two? I mean, I know Ben usually runs. Do each of you guys have your own social media that you run? Like your own personal stuff?
Yeah, I'm on there, but you know, it's a necessary evil. It's okay. I like the idea of social media. It's great to be able to be connected. I mean, literally to anybody you want to be connected to. But I've watched Ben run his social media stuff for Fear the Sparrow, and it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's amazing because it works. I mean, the more you put it out there, the more people see it, and it just takes over on its own.
What about you, Logan? I mean, you're the youngest one here, so you have literally no excuse.
I have one.
You can find him on Farmers Only.
J-Date, Christian Mingle.
Look, we'll be practicing, and we're about to go into another song, and he's over there. What are you doing, Logan?
Swipe.
Logan, get on that mic for a minute. Get on that mic.
I'm here. What's up?
You're swiping? Yeah? How's that going?
It's kind of empty out there, you know.
Yeah? When was the last time you hooked up on the app?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Did you have to go out and wine or diner, or was it kind of like you both met up somewhere and you knew you were going to go fuck later?
Well,
That's why I became a Lyft driver.
Yeah, let's just say that being a Lyft driver is my cover.
But you're like the guitarist, Logan, so do you kind of play that to your advantage? Like, they I got to go to band practice, but I'll hook up with you later, honey. Is that your move?
No.
What's your move with these girls?
I don't know. I want some money first.
Yeah.
Someone sounds like a prostitute.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Logan off the air a little bit more. He wants to be a whore.
Yeah.
He wants money.
Dusty, bass player who joined the band recently and brings a lot to it. Did y'all gel when he first joined the band? Because honestly, your timing, you and him have to keep the timing, and you throw off Logan. When you throw off Logan, then you start to throw off Ben. Did you and Dusty gel well with the drum-bass relationship?
Actually, yeah. really we did. I loved what he was doing. Timing was never really an issue. You know, we kind of jumped into it and never had problems from there.
Do you find that he's making a lot of eye contact with you, or do you guys pretty much do it by ear? Because I know some bands, you know, I'll watch and you see a lot of that interaction between the bass player and the drummer, and to the normal eyes, people don't really realize, but a bass player's looking at the drummer to go, are we on? Yeah, we're going this place next. Okay, boom. Staying and keeping tempo. A lot of people don't realize that the bass player and the drummer, man, they can make a band sound real shitty real fucking quick.
You know, I guess that's not really much of a problem. You know, we practice a lot with click tracks, and we've all got a feed in headphones and stuff, so we can hear that click track. But we also do a lot of recording of our practices, so we can go back and listen to, you know, what took place during practice and really critique it really well. And you know, obviously when we started out, you know, we had a rough spots, but that kind of stuff got soothed out real quick.
And so by the time y'all even got into the studio and started recording the tracks that we're featuring tonight, you had pretty much worked out all those kinks. And you haven't played live yet, so the closest to your live experience so far has been practice, right?
Yeah.
Feel like the first gig y'all are going to have that same kind of loose energy, or you feel like, man, you might, because sometimes you get on as a new band, you discover something new. You think there's something out there that might push you forward?
I don't know.
Like, what's the vibe of the band going to be? Every band has a different aura. Like Deftones, there's an aura in the venue. Tool, there's an aura in the venue. Certain bands, their sound just creates an energy. Do you have that energy?
Well, I guess we're going to find out.
How active are you on stage, Ben? I mean, are you like, by the end of the show, shirt comes off?
But, you know, I kind of got the dad bod going on, so
okay.
I'm not too proud of that. So shirt's going to stay on.
So who do you think's going to move the most on the stage? Because I've seen Dusty play live. He kind of stays. He's kind of a really solid player, and he stays kind of in his zone.
For me, I don't know how to explain it. It's just I do move.
Right.
You know, I'm not stoic or anything, but
and practice space is kind of tight too. So it's really hard to gauge anything off of practice. But I can say, you know, over the months that we've been practicing, we've all loosened up from where we started. And, you know, I just, as far as what you were asking about Dusty, you know, Dusty and I, we do look at each other from time to time and we hear we missed something or you know, we know we were right on something and we'll make that eye contact and we'll give, you know, that grin, you know, you know, it's all right. So
Dusty moves a lot more in this band than he's ever had in any of his other bands. This guy over here, Logan, he's the unknown. We don't know about him.
So we don't even know if Logan's a maniac. Do you guys have any plans to kick out a video? Because we were talking about social media and how powerful it is, and it really is powerful, but you don't want to put all your eggs into that one Facebook bucket, because the truth of the matter is a lot of people, when they're looking for new bands, YouTube and the video, just a simple video can go a long way. Are y'all thinking about videos or just not yet?
I've always kind of thought about it. You know, we kind of have a lyric video out for Life Without You, but that's more of a dedication thing than, you know, we can get into that story a little bit later.
Get into it now.
So the single Life Without You is, it's dedicated to my wife who lost her best friend 2 years ago to lung cancer. And she only lived, I mean, it just came about real quick. She only lived like for 6 months before she passed away.
So she found out and then...
Yeah, it was all downhill after that.
Geez.
So the song's about that. From my wife's perspective of losing her best friend, it was devastating. It was awful. Just, that's a horrific disease. That lyric video is dedicated to, her name's Kathy Petrosky, so it was dedicated to her family and my wife and all that. And that's what the song is about.
How much of that emotion do you feel? Do you feel that emotion every time you sing it?
I do, yeah.
The pain? I mean, does that pain come back for you? Is it just hard? It's one of those songs you're going to perform a lot.
Yeah, well, the more times you play it, you become callous to it a little bit. But being in a live setting at the show, those emotions tend to come back on you. That song gets me.
That's what we were talking about earlier, how music and this is an outlet for you guys. And imagine where that pain would be if you didn't have that outlet to even just get it out. Be trapped all up inside.
Exactly.
You'd be as quiet as Logan over there, you know. So you're a wild man, huh, Logan?
Plead the fifth.
He's been wanting that wireless guitar system, and I'm like, I don't know.
Let's get it for him.
He does all the guitar swings, behind the back stuff. Totally lied. He's got a guitar that tunes itself. He ain't slinging nothing.
I got that expensive stuff.
Yeah, he does.
So this is going to be Life Without You from Fear the Sparrow. Let's take a listen.
Heaven's angel came a little early tonight. doesn't have to hurt anymore. Was a good fight. I wonder how things are gonna be without you here in my life. I feel so lost without my best friend. So I look up to the sky on heaven's call. You take flight. Things I would do to see you again, to hear your voice across the room. Life is too long not to have you by my side. My life without you. As I rewind through all the memories, I'll never forget. Broken tears fall down onto your things that you left behind. There are many things that remind me of you. Did you leave them there for me? I close my eyes just to see you again. So I look up to the sky on heaven's call. You take flight. Things I would do to see you again, to hear your laugh across the room. Life is too long not to have you by my side. My life without you. And even when the nights are cold, I seem far away. I'll leave you signs for you to know that I am here. From every word to every song, I am here. From every word to every heart, you will find me there. So I look up to the sky on heaven's call. You take flight. Things I would do to see you again, to hear your voice across the room. Life is too long not to have you by my side. My life without you. My life without you. My life without you is minus one.
All right, guys. So that was Life Without You. You're listening to an artist exclusive with Fear the Sparrow.
Time to
Guys,
dry your eyes after listening to that one.
that one's even kind of tough for me, and I usually don't get emotional. What do you guys plan to do to keep this band moving forward?
We're gonna keep recording and keep putting out singles. I think we're aiming for 2 or 3 more singles this year. Looking at a video. I know there's an opportunity to do one, but Hotkey Studios. That's
I
what
was
it
just fixing to say, I
yeah.
was like, I got some suggestions if you
The trouble
need
is,
some.
the trouble is which song.
So are you feeling more anxious and nervous the closer it gets to your debut?
No,
Are
not
you-
really.
No.
It's excitement, really.
So do you guys have anything planned? Like, you guys gonna go and do like pre-show pizza or?
I'm gonna go check out all the other bands. I haven't had an opportunity to do that, and there's a lot of other really good bands.
Okay.
Frenchie in a while with Bravado.
Frenchie's going on tour.
Yeah. With Bravado, I've seen them already, but I want to see them again. Under the Radar, those kids are awesome.
Those kids gave me goosebumps. I actually went and saw them earlier at another refreshing show last year. because I hadn't seen them yet. And I was like, I gotta go. Everyone's talking about them. And I was like, yep, I get it.
Yeah. They're going to put us to shame.
Where all can people find your music at? Where all is it available? I mean, back in the day, I know like we did CDs, and that was kind of the...
Yeah, we had to copy CDs, and we went to the Wolf Chase Mall and just handed them out to every person that walked through the door and stuff. Well, I mean, you can find our stuff, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, anywhere you can download or stream music. You can find it on there. We got a website, fearthesparrow.com. It's got our tracks on there too. It's got a little band bio.
Oh yeah, we're on social media.
You guys have a show coming up. When is that again?
January 19th at the High Tone. That's the big show, big debut. Try to check out as many bands. If you're coming to the show, try to check out as many bands as possible.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, it's really I've enjoyed having y'all in the studio. I really appreciate y'all's time coming in and doing the damn thing with us and giving us a little insight to what y'all are up to. I'm gonna keep track of what y'all are up to. Please keep me informed of what's happening, for sure.
Oh, dude, you've been my favorite for like years, so you'll definitely be in the loop.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Molly too. She's a new friend of ours, and she does a really good job around here.
Oh, thanks, guys. Well, that's about all the time we have. So tonight's Artist Exclusive with Fear the Sparrow was brought to you by LocalXRadio. Check out our social media for lots of great shows that are coming to Memphis.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This has been fun.
You're welcome.
You've been listening to an Artist Exclusive here on Local X. Listen at midnight for the rebroadcast.